Sugar killing y'all. Like killing y'all. Not the fruit sugar. Can you imagine that a world that's obsessed with candy and cold drinks, don't drink no water, but will drink chemicals and sugar, right? Can you imagine that they try to warn you against fruit sugar and you don't see nothing wrong with that? So in today's world, everyone wears glasses. Everyone has diabetes. We talking about niggas right now. I ain't gonna say everyone, but the majority of melanated people is diabetic or close to it because the pancreas is like a flat tire and then oofed out because it can't handle any more sugar. And we're not talking about fruit. That is a completely different sugar that the body thrives off. That type of sugar goes into the body and helps the brain grow, right? It helps the organs move. It helps to make you take a number 2. That sugar is utilized into every cell, giving you energy to run far and jump high and get to day's work and just have that normal mental stability that you're supposed to have because everything is functioning right. This is why I get all my energy. Supposedly, vegans should be dead. Should I not be slumped over the chair because I do not eat meat, right? But I partake in the necessary nutrients and food that my cellular body just loves, which is mainly fruits and lettuce and cucumbers and all of that's fruit. So don't just think that you have to eat the sugary fruit, and which let's debunk that right now. A watermelon is 98% water. Okay? An apple, a cucumber, 96, so where's the sugar? It has a minimal sugar complex, which mixed with the water drives every single neuron in your body. But when you talk about white sugar and processed sugar, it don't got no water. It went through a machine and cocained it. And then it gets into your body, and instead of feeding you, it deteriorates you. It dries out the cells. It dries out the skin. It dries out the uterus. It dries out the organs. It dries out the brain. It dries out the pancreas. It dries out the eyes. And you can no longer process sugar at all. So you have diabetes. You got 8-year-olds, man, listen. When it comes down to nothing, it comes down to everything. At what point in time are you going to say, this surely can't be right? 3-year-olds with kidney failure, 8-year-olds with type 1 diabetes and running the family, yet nothing else does? Nothing else does. Now, you ain't leave a house, you ain't leave nothing but some diseases, right? No one can see because the pancreas is connected to the eyes. And once the pancreas flatlines, the eyes can no longer survive. So we are walking around we could go in, and I gotta go to the pop-ups, I gotta be cool. We can go into a spiritual sense. So the pancreas is now flatlined, and you can't even see on the physical. How you gonna see on the spiritual? You don't have no direction in life. Your life is a mess. It's full of shit. It's full of processed sugar. All right, I'm gonna try not to be crazy. You got the little kids so junked out, and to look into your pantry and for all of those things to be normal is like totally heartbreaking because they have little bodies. Cancer cells thrive off sugar. There is no oxygen in the cell where there is sugar. And so we crying in the hospital beds when all we have to do is remove the sugar out of the house. Now you gonna come back because you got a parasite in your brain, in your womb, in your belly, in your large intestine, in your colon, in your booty hole. And you're going to say, Crystal, everything got sugar. Well, how can I avoid it? I'm Superman? Maybe. I'm Stone? I'm Cyclops, girl, right? What am I? How me and my family avoid it? How my daughter, my 10-year-old, looked at me yesterday and was like, we've never had gum. I know. What you need to chew on sugar for? Just deteriorating your teeth, deteriorating your digestive system. So don't tell me everything got sugar. Because lettuce ain't got no sugar, it got sugar, but the right sugar. Tomatoes, cucumbers, bell peppers, olives, chickpeas. I got greens, beans, okay, I'm a chill. But I'm serious though. None of that don't got no sugar. You want to fight the wrong fight. Fight to find out what don't got no sugar opposed to opposing everything got sugar. Clean the worms out your body because you know what? It's so crazy. Interestingly, do you know what a parasite's favorite food is? This is going to be so juicy to hear. It's sugar, girl. That's crazy. That is their favorite food. Milk comes second as their favorite. They're just in there like, y'all want to go watch a movie and eat some Snickers? Yeah. The children, you ever seen the children? They wake up in the middle of the night. They're in your pantry. How is her little body capable of eating all of those cookies? That was 10 cookies. Surely you don't think that's safe. So much danger that they make so normal. Sugar is poison. Yeah, you could just walk in the store and get it. Just like cigarettes, vapes, alcohol, and everything else y'all do to destroy yourself. You're a crackhead. I love you though. Do a worm cleanse. Do the eye magic. Eye magic for my eyes. Eye magic is for your pancreas, because your pancreas control your eyes. That's why your eyes get better. That's why y'all get the diabetes gone. That's why your sugar go down. That's why your neck turn back its right color. Look at that. What happens to the skin? It get dark. Your nose get dark. Around here get dark. You're dying. What happened when something get dark? Let's run it because I got to go. Come on, because I ain't got time for this. What happens when something get dark? So you smoke. You know how your lips get dark? You know how your lips get dark? Because there's no oxygen going to the lips. That's why they lose color. Alright? So then what happens? What sugar do? Suffocate themselves. And you don't got no oxygen. And what happens to that neck? Black. What happens to that bell pepper? Black. What happens to the patches on the skin? Black. Because the sugar is suffocating the oxygen and what you need to live. Y'all have a great day. For the ones that's coming to the pop-up, I'll see y'all soon. I got to get out of here. Eye magic, parasite punisher, blood purifier. Can't use blood purifier. Use sunshine skin glow. Don't be afraid to put your children on the herbs when you give them the poison. Is they too young for this? Did you read the back of the formula bottle? Was they too young for that, bitch? No offense? Huh? Come on now. Is they too young for to take that up? Baby, your baby 8 months. It had 860 chemicals plus the 960 million when you was pregnant with it. It's still motherfucking here miraculously. I'm pretty sure you're gonna be fine. Put the little churn on the herbs. You got them on the drugs. Yeah.